back with another Farm Sim video. The previous one didn't work out nearly as well, but this one I figured I played a bit, and we'll just do one. This is FS 2019, or Farm Sim 2019. Start from scratch. And completely start from scratch, everything. Well, I've got mods in, but they will do quite well to help us. Yeah, come on, game. You were loading just fine earlier. I kind of did a quick test run on the start from scratch to make sure that stuff isn't going to have issues, conflict. So, that's what I mean. I had a bunch of maps open where I had gone through, started it up to where they were like self-sufficient, no loan, $100,000+, but... Alright, so start from scratch. We'll open the map. As you can see, own nothing. Now, some of you probably recognize this map. This is the Farm Sim 2013 original map. And I think they had it in 2015 for computer. I don't know. I don't remember. So yeah. Let's look at prices here. Wheat, barley, oat, canola. That's actually got more land. See, on my other server, I did these 3 fields, and they didn't work out the best. Nope, not that. So 92,000 is probably going to be our best pricing, it looks like. 80,000 for that? Yeah, no. Golly, that's pricey right there. Well, alright. So, wait. 21? Yes. Buy. Okay, so we are going to need... hold on. Yep, see? No loan. Start off with pretty much nothing. That on economic level. Dirt, automatic, helper, buy. Okay, so we are going to need a trailer, which we'll go with a small one. Probably should have chosen a different trailer. Hold on. 14,000. Okay. Okay, we're gonna need a trailer. So we got that. Cedar. What do I have in here for cedars? So I have this one. That's 3 meters. That's a 6 meter. That's cheaper. No previous cultivating required. That does put fertilizer down. We'll go with, yeah, $200 to make it look a little bit nicer. Sure. 60 horsepower for that. What do I have in here for this? I have the little Case IH International 3 Series. 32 horsepower. So 32,000 where I can buy one of this Ursa and have the same amount and have more horsepower. That does 21 mile an hour. That does 18. Well, we'll go with the Ursa, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna notice this. Technically, I don't think is here, so what the heck is going on with their configuration? Oh, that's just the weight on the front. What the heck? Hell, wait, 32,800. What the hell's different? What, seriously, color-wise? Okay. Okay, well, or this one's directly 32,000. We'll buy the little international. 18, 24, 24. Now, full battery lift vent. I'm gonna get it upgraded horsepower-wise because of that. Now, combines. Combine, combine, combine. Case axle flow, let's see. 4.2, 4 meters. Okay, let's see. 5.5 and 4.3. 12.5, 7.6, 7 meters, 5 meters. Have come to the... Well. Nova. This is always the issue, is trying to figure out. Nova's a 5 meter. Wait, no, the Nova, yeah, the Nova. Yeah. Nova's a 5 meter. The Massey is a 7 meter. Okay. Huh. Well, we'll go with the case, because it's got actually a bigger head than the little guy. Nah, we'll do the little guy just because the little guy's got the little trailer. The TX230. The TC5. Well, let's do this one actually. It's got a bit smaller of a head, but that goes with it. Instead of a 4.2, it's a 4 meter, so I don't know what 0.2 of a difference is going to do. Actually, we should probably take... Yeah. It's a nice little tractor, to be honest. It'd be good for like doing animals or something. Actually, you know what? We are going to do some wheat. Because baling technology. Baling technology. Let's see what. 68 horsepower required. Round baler? Sure. Wait, what the heck difference? Tires? We'll run the bigger ones. I mean, technically this tractor is going to get to the field and not leave. So, oh, I'm gonna have to buy one of those as well. I don't know if I'll buy a baler trailer or if I'll buy just a bale fork that goes on a 3-point. I have tempted to just buy a bale fork that goes on the 3-point and just transport it for them that way. Is there already wheat in this field? I didn't even realize that this area was open. No, this isn't going to be his permanent place. It is wheat. Nice little setup for older New Holland. That's unfold the harvester. I don't know why it threw the steps down. I thought it just did the tent and I was just going to do that. I mean, it's unrealistic to do it that way, but yeah, we'll set cruise control and just be on our way. Now, I will probably do episode 2 tonight. And I'm just going to stream both episode 1 and 2. Because that'll just be that. It'll just be easier to do it that way. That way it's up, because this week's going to be a busy week. And I'm going to try and stay more up on this series, because past couple times I just haven't been able to stay onto a series. That's my issue. Is I've gotten into a series and then not been able to stay on it. Like the I forget what the game is called. What is it? The girl that has the ability to reverse time, or go back in time. We will hire Harold to do this. There we go. Now I'm half tempted to buy a windrower and just windrow it all into some rows. Actually, you know what? I don't need this small of a trailer if I run that big of a combine. That I had originally planned on running the small combine, the Bison or whatever. And so I kind of planned for that. This trailer is a little bit easier. Open the cover. Back, left, right. So it's going to tip to the right. Actually, let's have it tip to the left. This is so unrealistic driving on the sidewalk. Kind of like this tracker because it really does move fairly quick. I don't know why, what is it with this game, and I think I have, one of the mods I have is glitching it. But every time I go first person there, it reverts back, and it'll do it on if I swap away from the vehicle. I might go through and get rid of quite a bit of the mods, and I have a lot of farm buildings and all that. Now, just placing this stuff here is only temporary. How much is a windrower? 23,000? I've still got to buy the freaking bale spike. Miscellaneous. I have pallet forks. Did I miss it in here and it's a bale? I did. Lizard fork. Bale's fork. I kind of want the fork. Grab this, change the design color. Oh. I thought it would change the forks to red, but it won't. Okay. So we'll buy this. And we actually do have the money to buy a windrower. Do I have any mod? I just had that one in. That one's more costly. Because I actually have to... Nope, I don't want to buy two of them. How much horsepower? Only 35 horsepower, so a little machine up there could actually use it. Now, besides my seeding and my harvesting, everything else I will do pretty much myself. Hopefully putting a bale on the back of this thing doesn't screw the weight composition up to where I gonna need to buy a weight. Now, if you remember this, I started out this session with 500,000. I have not pulled it low now. So, yes. Have not pulled the loan. I wish I could take that away where it pop up. Now I can actually take two things back at this time because I can use the 3-point on the... Oh, you're facing that way, okay. Come back and get the baler. I'm gonna wait for him to complete his harvesting. Most likely what I'm going to do is just use the fork at first to get the bales off and then re-stab them to sell them while he plants. That'll probably be how it's going to happen. Nope, wrong item. Nope, hold that back up. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm distracted trying to figure out this whole bale fork thing. Now, yes, I should technically run the little oh, wrong thing. Let's go put this over here in the shade because I'm not going to need you for a little bit. Ugh. And go get the baler. Huh. Let me check something real quick. Something in real life, sorry. It's probably gonna pop up when my phone's. Which PlayStation is this connecting to? Should go in and rename the stupid PlayStation. Check something. Check by adding divide. Alright, well, that's not gonna happen. Gonna actually open my phone to figure out what comments read, but for some reason it's saying that it's not connected to the system anymore. This guy could probably run off the little one as well, but it'll probably just be ran off of this one. Off of this tractor, for now at least. Now most likely what will happen is it will get a second tractor for primarily baling, or another tractor for the trailer, and just keep this one to baling only. So, yeah. So we're gonna need to throw you on here for now, because we're probably gonna need to empty you at some point in time. No, wrong button. Okay. Okay. Sorry for the blue screen. Actually gonna fix this. There we go. Just gonna access this as a second screen. Yes, I know. There we go. Yes, I wish I could take that off. Okay, so we need to grab you. Drop the cedar for now. There we go. Sorry for the blue screen. I had my old phone set up with it, and I hadn't had time yet to do the new phone. Well, just to be on the safe side, I'm only gonna do 2 rows at a time because looks like 3 rows is almost just too much for this little thing. Now I will mention, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but this is a DLC map. This is the old 13 map, I believe. Yeah, 2013 map. I don't know why he has some strips that are thick and some that are really skinny. I don't get that. Yes, I know I don't have access to that lane. Don't own that lane. I'm really amazed he hasn't. Then again, this field I don't think was fertilized. I say I'm amazed he hasn't needed emptied, but this field's probably not fertilized. Let's see. Fertilized? Nope. Okay, so that explains it. Let's see what this guy's actually at. That can just stay idling for right now, because I'll probably do another pass or so. Oh, no, we're 80%. Oh, go get the tractor. Now I can tab switch, which is just on, or I guess it'd be D-pad switch, which is just swapped it. Swatch the tractors so I can swap through all the tractors in the fleet. And I have auto start turned off, which auto start will automatically start and shut down the tractor when you get out of it. Yes, I know you have a full grain tank. I can't. and I have that disabled so I can let just like the internet or the, I'm gonna call it the international, little small tractor up there is just idling because I have it just running. Like this, I can just leave and it'll stay running. You can see exhaust kind of. I would do another pass, but I can't do another pass because the tractor's here. Oh. 26%. Shut that down, run back over. Now technically I wouldn't have to windrow this because I could just take the baler down each strip. And if you don't know what windrowing does, it actually just turns, well, you can see it there, it goes from 2 strips to 1 strip. Kind of just merges the two. This is just a little rake or a circle. I don't remember what they call this windrower style. I mean, it's not a rake, it's more of a... He's gonna hit it. Hold on, buddy. Lower that back down, it's gonna throw that way out of alignment. That's gonna be a pain to bail right there. Okay, I actually want to see. We'll leave you expanded right now. I just want to see if this little guy will bail. Attach. I wish you actually had to get out to detach it. Get this guy out of the way, because that's gonna be the first strip right there. Because the baler requires 80 or 70, and this tractor's only got like 65 horse. The seeder requires 60, and the rake, I don't remember what it requires, but I believe it is under this. Oh my god, the baler is ginormous compared to this thing. This is a round baler. Wow, so this doesn't have an... Okay. Forward pickup, turn on baler. Actually does pretty good. Might just buy another one of these little guys. Oh. It's actually, if you're closer you can hear it, it's got a little beeping noise. I didn't realize she filled up. There's a reason I haven't emptied yet though. I'm a baler. Yeah, that's the nice thing where large balers over small balers work better as a large square does, or I mean, this is a round baler. The square baler immediately drops it. Round baler, you have to mechanically empty it, or manually empty it. Manually, pretty much push a button. One baler I wish they had in this that they had in one of the older farm sims was actually a small square baler. Did small squares instead of big squares. At some point in time, I'll probably end up swapping over to a large square baler. But for right now, a small round baler is pretty fine. Don't think wheat is the only one. I think barley also puts down the strip. So this is straw what we're picking up. There's hay and grass you can also bale. I think this is the last. So basically I was getting a bale per, bale per strip on this. So if you saw, I was getting a bale per strip. Those were windrow strip. These are not. Starting with 23%, I mean, if you're thinking about buying this game, it might be almost, if you can try like a demo or something, because it's very repetitive. That's the one thing, is it gets very repetitive. I mean, yeah, that's just the one issue with this game, is it becomes very repetitive. Well, if you have the older games, then basically you already know what you're going to get into, so it might be worth it. I mean, if you buy it right now, I'd almost wait a couple. I think the new expansion pack comes out in a month. They're adding in a lot of the Clash equipment. They're adding in one of the Clash Forest Harvesters. Actually, two of the Forest Harvesters. They got the Wheeled Edition and Tracked Edition coming in. Couple of the combines, couple tractors, I think forage wagon and some other stuff is coming in. So it might be worth just waiting till they're out. Like, graphics are pretty good. I mean, they're definitely a lot better than the 13s. I'm gonna mix these two big rows together, aren't I? Yep. I didn't think I could do this. That's fine. I mean, the graphics are definitely better than 13s. You can tell the difference because I have 13 on the PC. I don't record it on my PC. Because I have a lot of the older ones on the PC, and reality is there's not much left to do on them. Because a lot of the modding community left. Like, I think the Cedar, this little International, the International, and the Baylor are the only things that are that I own right now that are modded. Because that's basic. The same as in the trailers. Well, I mean, there's definitely going to be a difference between the trailer and the game itself, but they definitely are a lot nicer. I mean, I can only record it at 720p, but I think at times I've registered at it close to 1080 easily. I mean, I'm running a second generation PS4, so it doesn't have all the fancy bells and whistles the newer ones have. I wonder how this is going to come out. I'm gonna wait. Strips you have left. Decent amount. I mean, I definitely like it. You can go by brand now instead of that. They've added a lot of the newer equipment, which I'm kind of surprised about. Is they added John Deere. These are all. Yes, there is mods. Something I wish they would have done is made it easier to access, have like a pure mod section. Because like here, so like all of these tractors, so basically from the N series, so basically here to I think this one are all in-game. And these are all the modded ones that I've installed. The mods are very easy to download. Yeah. If you realize something though is there are no Dotson, Fahars, the Fahars, so there's none of these. All of those they took out, and now they just have to be modded in. Like you have the 7 series but who knows? They've added in another JCB. Cotton harvesters. I like about this though, there is nice. The Vultra. Yeah, I like the Vultra tractors. I mean, just they're a little bit pricey. I'm going to shut this down real quick. They're just a little bit pricey. Because I mean, oh, autosave. I don't remember what I have this set to. What do I have it set to? Every 15 minutes it does an autosave. Something I did like is it doesn't do an autosave. So if I'm not in the menu for 15 minutes, this menu, it doesn't autosave. And contracts are very easy to figure out now. I mean, yeah. Yeah. They left the sugarcane in. It's not really worth a whole lot. They put in 2 New Holland skid steer loaders. I would definitely recommend getting the JCB one installed if you do get the game, just because it is a nicer. It's easier to control, in my opinion. Yeah, the Krone Big M they left in. Yeah. I mean, Yeah. I mean, yeah, you have all of, you can actually buy sea bags now. Everything. Go grab the tractor. Yes, I know you have a full grain tank. I mean, if you're gonna get it, I would definitely get the bigger expansion pack that's coming out with all the Clash, because they're adding like 20-something new vehicles and equipment in. I have crop destruction turned off, so like here you can do economic. I have it set to hard, traffic, dirt. Traffic I have off just for recording purposes. It does make the game lag a bit if you're recording. Periodic plowing, lime required, and weeds can actually all affect how your grain harvest is. I have it set up more towards the older style where you didn't have to do really anything. Something to point out that took me a little bit. There is a piece of equipment called subsoiler. Subsoiler prepares fields for next sowing. It can be used instead of a plow. Yes, they can be used instead of a plow. No, you cannot use them for plowing contracts. You can use them on your own field over a plow, but you cannot use it over if you get a contract for plowing. Now, if you do plowing, lime, and all that turned off, it actually doesn't. That has the cheapest FS. I wouldn't have any idea what region has the cheapest, to be honest. But if you do the plowing, you're going to get contracts for those. The subsoiler doesn't count towards those, unfortunately. I think he's going to be done. I don't remember how much it costs. I'm US based. I can just get parked there for right now. Actually, I need to grab because I don't think I'm gonna need. No, wrong way. So I don't think I'm gonna need to. Yeah, this little spike back here is a mod. You can, something I do like is they did add in to where you can pick up the bales by just like a pallet fork. Oh, I felt that way before, bud. You're not the only one. Ah, crap. Gotta lower this thing, back it in. Thanks, man. I haven't recorded for a while just because I've been sidetracked. This is more of a side thing. I don't get paid at all for this, so. Oh, come on. Get off. What are you stuck on? Oh, I can seriously just do this. Oh, there we go. I could use it with the joystick. I'm gonna try and keep this series alive a bit more, just because the last series I went to try and do Farm Sim, and then something happened to the server I was doing it on that it no longer functioned properly. The server just glitches out. So so most likely I'm gonna go through and get rid of a lot of mods. I have a lot of buildings. See, like in here, you can do like sheds and farmhouses. A lot of these can be kind of. I plan to just remove. There's no sense in it. A lot of these are great if you're a very, very organized person. You have for like doing contract works primarily. But if you're doing like your own work, you're gonna buy pretty much what you need. It's really not worth it a whole lot. Why do I have this attached to the back? I don't know why I have this attached to the back. I think he's got one row left to do, and then we'll go and windrow the rest of this field and then get the little guy started on the cedar. Hope that works. They did add in the Challenger series equipment. Yes, you can also buy bales. Bales. So you can do square straw bale, wheat straw bale, square bale of hay, round bale silage. Okay, so I'm guessing that there is a straw bale of barley and a straw bale of wheat. I'm thinking that's why they're split. I don't remember if there is a realistic mud mod. I mean, to be honest, it's only a matter of time before if there isn't one, there's only going to be a matter of time before there is. There are wheel prints, if you look here, kind of. I'm probably going to abuse the D-pad way too much. I mean, if you look like here, it does have wheel prints, and they do actually, I think, because there is a wheel setup that you can change the tread pattern. Yeah, 17 had it as well, yeah. Okay, there is a realistic, I don't run them, the more realistic, like, mods like that. Just because, oh, come on. Stop being an idiot, Avik. Put it over the trailer. Oh, something you... Yeah, I don't know. One thing I will say is, in 17, if you went and did forestry equipment, it made you a lot of money at the beginning, and it was a buku revenue business. They've made it kind of hard to make money at the forestry, and same with the silage equipment. shut down. So like, can I show you prices? So this is all of your stuff. Selling point. Oh, wage payment. Okay, I was like, what just dinged? So you got wheat, barley, oat, canola, sunflower, soybean, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, cotton, sugarcane, eggs. That is wool, milk, wood chips, silage, grass, straw, hay, I believe. The grass, straw, and hay, I always get freaking mixed up. And then you've got solid manure and then liquid manure. Uh, Now, silage in this server has two places that will take it. No, it actually only has one, the barn. And on a lot of the other maps, that is the same. There's only like a couple places that will take it. And it's not... Like, if you've played any of the older ones, you realize that you always just took the stuff to the biogas plant to get it sold. This one isn't that. You have to take it somewhere else. I mean, you have maps that do have the biogas plants. I think this one does have it. Yes, biogas plant. Does it actually sell? It might sell or take this stuff, but it doesn't show on the map of what its pricing is. Windmills. I can't remember if... Oh yeah, they added a landscaping thing so you could like paint the ground and stuff. I would show you it, but it's very costly. Miscellaneous is probably what it's under. So like these four things. This wood chipper, it's a stationary wood chipper. But if you load logs into it, it doesn't produce chips. It just produces money. So it's that, and then a water station. All of these are modded, as you can see if you can read mod underneath them. Heating plant, light. I think I do have like solar panels. You'll have to go in and add them because you don't make a whole. They don't add. Yeah, see, they don't add a whole lot of like windmill or AFK type of whatchamacallit, money making. Now this is, like I said, just the beginning setup. I mean, most likely a lot of this equipment will have quite a few hours on it before I end this. I'm not making that turn. Because I might end up doing that actually. There is I want to say it's a modded, but I don't remember if it is or isn't. It's one of the mods that will not be taken out. It is a round bale trailer, auto pecker or auto stacker trailer. I think 17 had, I think everyone from 13 up had it. I don't remember completely though if it's modded or not. Fold that while that folds. Baling technology. Let's see. Actually, they did add. Yeah, they added that one's a DLC. Yeah, a disc might be cheaper. Both of these are DLC brown bale pickers. That's a brown bale wrapper. Okay. There's the round bale backer. See, a lot of these I have in just because I was trying them out. Yeah, the Ursa is a good one that holds 8 bales. Actually, I could. If this, how much is this? Like 70,000? Yeah, $50,000 for the small one. Kind of want to keep the loan. Keep no loan. But it would make it so much easier to transport them. Oh, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I just look at the pricing of the Ursa? That's a good one. The Ursa only holds 8 bales. Eight bales, that's 39,000. I should probably go the opposite direction. Next time I'm combining and harvesting, because that way has a lot of stuff. So if we're gonna do that, I gotta move this trailer out, or this windrower out of the way. Let's go grab the baler. I like running this little tractor for no other reason than it is small and slow. I've gotten so used to running the big monster tractors that you'll turn on the baler, lower the pickup, set the cruise control. Or actually, I guess I shouldn't set cruise because I'm going to have to... It starts beeping at like 80%. I think this might be the one I got 2 swaths put into one. Oh. Oh crap. Wasn't paying attention. I might end up actually leasing the bale trailer. Because you can't do that now. Which is a nice idea, is to just lease equipment. Because say like you want the equipment, but you only want it for a little bit of time to make... Or you need a bigger piece of equipment, you can always just lease the bigger piece of equipment. And use it until you're done. I don't remember how much it is. Yes, I know I don't have access to this land. I wish that Tedder wouldn't have done that, where it would just, or Harvester or Tedder, I don't remember which one did it. Probably the Tedder. Probably my fault, I probably should have just picked up at everything. I'll start beeping. No, I picked up the wrong button. Now, that John Deere seeder over there is a modded seeder. I like it primarily because it is a no-till drill seeder, so I don't need to cultivate the field or disc the field at all before planting it without it. Now the small one, yes I would have. How many bales do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 there. if I'm gonna, I'll probably, I don't know. I could pull the loan out and just buy the piece, buy the bale grabber, and done with it. Just pay the loan set. I might just pull the loan because if you lease the equipment, it's, what do you call it? Cheaper short term, more expensive long term. I mean, but that's any equipment now because they've added in all this extra stuff. I want to go first person, but I keep thinking of missing stuff. Yeah, that's the one downside of round bailing. Is you have to stop to unload it. Or like for doing contract work where you have, still talking about the leasing thing by the way. If you have like contract work and you've got all the equipment but one, you can either borrow the equipment and take a hit from the profit you get out of it. You take so over much, so we'll just use one for an example. It's saving. Now, if you are in a multiplayer match, that saving will pause the other person's screen. So like this, it says, we'll do the 21,000. So this is the contract. You can borrow the equipment. Yeah, borrow items, which will accept the contract and everything. But you take a hit. So like you see, it owner offers a reward of $21,465 for harvesting field 10. And if you look down, it'll be a bottom line of words. Use your own equipment or lease equipment for a reward reduced by $1,057. That's if you borrow the equipment. Now, yes, that wouldn't be a half bad contract, but most of the time they've got it so far down to where it's not really even worth doing. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to sell the little bale hitch because that dummy me didn't look. Oh, and it does have blinkers, by the way. The tractors, yeah. I keep the help menu open just because there are tractors that are very, very difficult to use. I'm going to pull out a bit of a loan just so I can. We'll do $50,000 loan. Baling technology. Now here's a 72, and here's a 50,000. So like here, if you look, the tread pattern changes. See, these are Michelin tires, Triborg tires. I mean, I don't know. I know what the difference between these tires and the narrow tires. So like this these are just standard tires on this, but these are, you can get narrow and standard. And the only reason I'm getting the bales off right now is, rather than delivering that, is because if I can get bales off, I can start the seeding. You can harvest yourself, you can plant yourself. Just I don't, because sometimes it's just easier to have the guy doing it. I mean, because I hired him, but I was windrowing, baling, and emptying. the combine whenever I needed that, rather than only combining and emptying. I don't know how you crash real quick. Oh. So like this, I think, I don't remember how many bales this one holds, but this one holds quite a few bales. What's the horsepower rating on this thing? 130, okay. I think I've got 150. So it will have to be this tractor for right now to operate this trailer. The only reason I bought this, if I was closer, if I was doing the fields down here, it wouldn't be hard to sell. I don't know how you get real cash real fast, by the way. Okay, so operating position. Turn that off. Now this game is kind of glitchy, or kind of funny about this, is it'll auto reposition the bales to where the grabber will do it. It's like this, I can hit it side on and it'll... Oh, so it's doing 3 per. There isn't a cache mod. There is a, I don't know if you want to call it a glitch, but if you go into a multiplayer server, you can do private multiplayer servers on your farm. You can open other farms. You can like start other farms because you can break it into, how do I pronounce this? Or how do I do this? It's got many farms that you can do. So like if you're playing with friends and you want to play with each other but you don't want to play with each other, or you want to play together in the same and help each other, but you want to just be like completely separate and individual, you can do that and just grab farms. It'll start you off the same amount. So like starting from scratch starts with 500,000. Well, each person would have 500,000, but you have to be careful about that, because if you do that, open a bunch of farms and then go through into solo player with that server, it'll actually transfer all the equipment and money into the server, or the map owner, or not map owner, but the host of the maps. How do I explain this correctly? I might end up just showing you, to be honest. Go on. I'll just show you. Save game. Quick game. Quick game. Come on. Yeah, you're right. 17 had it, 13 had it, all the other farms had it. So let's see. Multiplayer. Go to multiplayer, create game. I'm going to choose this. So farm manager starts off with 1.2 million. Don't do new farmer because new farmer is kind of everything. We can just do Ravenport. Yes. We'll just deselect all, that way they don't have to load in. Auto accept is on, max players, auto save is on. We'll start the game. So the startup between multiplayer and campaign are identical, pretty much. You're going to start with the same amount you're going to start at if you're doing it. So pretty much I can go into a career game, start this up just like this. And it'll give me the same amount of money, same everything. Now something you're going to have to watch though is it does increase, this does increase the loan. Because this will start me off with a $250,000 loan. I think it's half of whatever. Oh, come on, don't stay at 50%. Come on. Why are you being slow? Oh, probably because I'm streaming this. There we go. 85, 95. Okay. Okay. This is the same thing. I went straight to multiplayer, but this would be the same thing as I don't have any land, nothing. This is just a basic game map. Well, if you look here, it says create new farm. I'm going to just create. Now I've got 1.25 million. Now, this farm, so I can join the farm. Now I can pull equipment, use equipment in the farm. But I've got a $250,000 loan. Now, if I go to farms, I can do create farm, create farm, create farm, create. I'm just going to max this out. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 farms that all have $1.25 million, with each one having a $250,000 loan. Now if I go to save game, saving content to your PS4, do not shut off, quit game. So now I'm here at the main menu. If I go to career, see now I have a map that has $10 million. Come on. Load, please. The save data, 919. All the mods can stay off, yes. So now I'm just loading into the career. And I'll actually pop it up and I'll let you guys read when it loads. Yeah, that's the one downfall of streaming this. I mean, it does take a little bit of work, but it doesn't. It gives you more money than any mod is. I mean, yes, you can get the windmills and solar panel mods put in, and you can just use the heck out of those. But ugh. 5%. Come on. Normally it doesn't take this long, but because it is getting streamed for episode 1, 2, I think I'll do all the episodes actually streamed. The farms from this multiplayer game have been merged into a single farm. After saving this game, it will become a single player game permanently. This isn't to say that, see, like now I have $10 million, but I have a $2 million loan. So you pay off the loan. If you do 8 farms, and 8 farms is $8 million. Now you have $8 million to spend it on whatever you want. And it said permanently. All that means is
all the equipment that was in the farm, in each farm individually, is now combined into one farm. It's only combined into this. Now I can go back into save the game and do it all over again and have another 8 million. You can do it as many times as you want. Now another way I found out to do it is if you are... Oh, why did I just save them? If you're playing with a friend on there, you can actually you can create farms and you can transfer money between farms. So like give your friend, oh, he's only $4,000 off of buying his new tractor. Well, you can lend him $4,000 and he'll pay you back, or you can pay him for doing some work. Kinda. Well, you can do that and just start up a new farm. This only works if you have two people in the multiplayer. Transfer all the money from one to the other, and then delete the farm, because you can delete the farms. Delete the farm, and it will not have the loan, or it won't transfer the loan over, and all that. So you have $1.25 million without a loan. Now that doesn't say if you already had a loan that it deletes the loan, it just says you have that much. That was a bit long of an explanation, but that's kind of... I couldn't figure out how to put it into words, primarily of how to do this. I'm just not that good of a person for putting stuff like that into words. Hire Harold to go do that again. Let me open this up. Wheat. So $423 at the ranch. Where's the ranch? Way over there. Okay, we'll just... put this in the transport position. I will head down and empty this. Which, yes, you can... I like this little map because it is partially see-through. But it gives you the names of all the places and all that. You can get rid of it completely, like there. Basically, you can get rid of everything on your HUD except... I actually think even the money, time, and everything you can get rid of off your HUD. I think you can get it to where it's just... you don't have any HUD. But like I said, with the amount of stuff that I play, each machine has a different feature. Now, if I was doing animals, I'd save quite a few of these straw bales just to do straw. Now, there is a glitch that I don't know if I can call it a glitch, but I don't think it was meant to be. If you use, there's a thing called a hayloft in this game. It's essentially a storage building for straw, hay, and so while that does that, I will show you where it is. Silos. So a hayloft, 90,000 hay and straw. Well, you can store quite a bit of hay in that, and originally on all the other games you had a bale to use these. These are all mods. Or, are these mods? No, I guess they're not. So this is a bale shredder. It is for putting like straw and stuff into a cow pasture. If you use a bale, you can only do, I think, like it's 4,000 a bale. But if you use a hayloft, you can fill that thing up to a couple million. Because for some reason, the machine doesn't get filled, actually. It just has it in there. It's kind of a glitchy situation. Unload the bales here. So $2,000 in bales. Dude, I don't know how, any idea how to get 50 euros. Like I said, I do this as spare time. Other than that, I know I have a full-time job. I don't have any idea how to get money really fast other than work. Why are you doing this? Oh, because of the road. Okay, that is one issue I found out on this map. What the heck are you doing? Like I said, man, I'm 18. I don't have any idea how to make 50 years very quick. What the heck am I doing? What the heck am I doing? Oh, pricing. That's right. The ranch, correct. Now this is set to the hardest difficulty, so I'm not gonna make a whole lot of money off of stuff. I just figured it'd be kind of a fun thing to do. Sorry, wasn't paying attention. Looked at my phone for... Oh, I should have shown you how to get mods while I was at the home screen. Oh well. Now, yeah, I do have traffic off, like I said. I use hacks. I don't use them preferably. I know how to use them. But technically, it's not hacks. It's just glitches in the game. Sorry for the delay. I think it's like a minute delay streaming this. Like this server, it's completely legit. Besides mods for equipment. How do you read the comment? My phone has the PlayStation. No. I actually have the PlayStation second screen app on my phone, so I can actually read and type. I mean, it's a free app. It's quite nice. I mean, if you watched the video from the beginning, you'd see where I actually went, where the previous guy joined and put a couple things in chat, and I went, I should really go, and tried to do it, and then realized I don't have it set up on the new phone. My other phone kind of had issues, and it was 4 years old. It was time to get something a little bit newer. Come on. Let's go up the hill a bit. It didn't work a whole lot with me either. I figured out that if you're going to stream, you need to open it to where you can see the chat before or after, or directly after you start the stream, because if you open it after you've started it and someone's commented, you don't see the comments that happened before. It's like mine comment at the top, which I actually do have a comment at the top that you probably can't see since you joined later, is you joined like 6 minutes after that. The other guy was. That was just something that I've kind of figured out. So. And I think it wasn't until recently that I actually figure out, because at one point in time it didn't work at all. I could text and chat all the time and show it up there, but no one else could see it. Well, do I have it on both sides? Okay, no I don't. So it must just be the road. Oh, why do the tractors turn so fast? That would be because of the sensitivity layout. So, switch. I have trained. You can switch the trains on and off. I have the sensitivity set to 100, which I believe it sets its stock at like 50 or something, or not stock, but default is 50. That was just something that I play a lot of FPSs off in my off time when I'm only going to be on for maybe an hour, and so I get used to the higher um, sensitivity rating. So this guy must just not like the road, because if you notice, right here is the road. I wish someone would go in and fix this map and make it to where they turn on the roads, because that's why he did this. I have it set up for that, and I play a lot of FPSs, and I used to do this on PC. I got used to the keyboard cat. And if you don't know what keyboard cat is, it is on a controller. If you move the joystick a little bit, you move a slight amount. And on a PC, you just it's either all or nothing. So, yeah. We'll see you, man. Have a good time. How long has this stream been up and up? Over an hour. It's a noisy little tractor. Okay. 12%, 19, 50%. These I've got to go get seated, so this will probably be the only time that seater goes that way. They'll probably just go that way now. Didn't make a whole lot of money off that. repay 5 grand. So I think that's basically what I'm gonna be able to do is just do 5 grand every harvest. It'll do 10 harvests. 10 times 5, yeah, 50. I feel like an idiot for just doing that, but yeah. Definitely told it's an older style. I mean, they did very good about trying to detailing. Like, the baler is a mod, so it's got a lot of fine detail stuff that the creator put into it. But like this, there's just a lot of fine details that they actually added in. It's just something that I thought they did very good. So like adding the little foot peg down there, yeah, it's not a whole, that's what, 4 or 5 pixels, but it's not that big of an item to not have. Or the fact that the hydraulic lines just hang down or they get actually attached to the tractor. So I think the trailer does have hydraulic lines, I believe. Which I can show. No, it doesn't. I don't know why the trailer doesn't have hydraulic lines. I mean, it's got a hydraulic ram in it. So I will actually show you, but that's got hydraulic lines right next to us. But like this foot peg came off, the hydraulic lines actually went to hydraulic connectors. Glad hands went to the glad hands. Which, the glad hands, if you don't know what they are, they're just they're airlines. These airlines control brakes for the trailer, which I don't think they actually added. No, doesn't look like it. They actually added the foot moving, like that. You can steering wheel moving. Added directional blinkers. I don't know how to turn the four ways on. I know how to turn beacon on, but I don't know how to turn four ways. I don't. Yeah, like steering wheel moves, but I don't think they've added any of the other like functions in the cab to really work. Like this is a DLC, or not a DLC, but a modded machine, so it has a bit more. Some items don't work, some items work more. Depends on the mod creator. That's planted. Okay. Plant. So wheat does better than barley, okay. Because we're going back towards whether to do barley and wheat. We'll grab this thing hooked up to the windrower. See, like this, it has the hydraulic line connectors. I mean, which is kind of nice that they added them in and that this person was skilled enough to actually make it to where they connect to them. Like this doesn't have any hydraulics. Or the fact that this thing spins. Yeah, they put a lot of detail into this. I don't think I covered leasing, I covered that. Okay, let's see, what are the contracts out? I mean, the first couple contracts aren't really the best. Okay, so we will just speed up time. Ugh. Now this is the boring part of this game. Waiting on this stuff to grow. Now you can do what is called oil seeding, which actually produces like 100% fertilizer. I don't know if that seeder will do oil seed. I'm gonna look real quick. I guess I actually could have just done this. It does do oil seed. If you want to know what the emblem for oil seed is, it is actually, if you look at the very end, so it'll be, first you got time owned, how many hours are on it, how much horsepower is required, amount that it holds, how much placement, because if you look in the top, look up in kind of the top right, it says balance, and next to it's kind of like how many items or how many item places you have left. That doesn't change for anything. Well, the small number will change. The 281 will change if I buy another piece of equipment or something. But each item has its own different thing. You have your working width, which this one's 6 meters. Your working speed. This one does seed and fertilizer. So that's why it comes out 50% fertilized, as it does both at the same time. And then you've got what seeds it'll plant. It does wheat, barley, oat, canola, soybean, oilseed, and grass. Now, oilseed is the two little like leaves that stick out of the ground, which I actually might do oilseed to let you guys see how it's done. Because oilseed is very, very confusing if you don't know how it works. Now, there's also, you can weed and everything, all that, yeah. But I don't have any weeding or periodic plowing enabled. Ah. Yeah. First stage. So that'll plant grass, oilseed, and canola. I don't know why the weeder would plant grass. That's a 9 meter, that's a 12 meter, that requires 95 horse. I don't know why I have this one installed, it's useless essentially. It's smaller, requires more horse, and is more expensive, so. If it required less horse, I could understand why I had it, but. Little old international. Oh, I have the arm mount on that side, okay. Oops. So, yeah. Now, if you guys want to see more of this stuff, or if you want to see like a different style of this, or something, or heck, even one of the older game. That's a bit glitchy. Okay, that what's disappearing and going back and forth is actually the air filter, I believe. Because where were the exhaust put? Yeah, that's the air filter. I don't know where the exhaust comes out on this thing. Oh, second stage. Oh, there's the exhaust. Yeah, if you guys want to see more of this or see like a different, like this is a start from scratch. This is like complete lit. Start off with 500,000, no loan, no nothing, no equipment, no land at all. And this is the Hagensteld map. Now, if you guys want to see like the other maps or stuff like that, or like even different fruit types, if we have the money in the server, I'll do it in the server. If not, I will start up a different one and do kind of an explanational video. So yeah. Me and Danger, if you've ever seen any of the more Call of Duty videos or stuff like that on my channel, you've met Danger. And so, me and Danger played this for like 4 hours yesterday. We kind of didn't record because it's a lot of just sitting around. That's the biggest issue, is trying to get stuff to keep yourself busy. But it's just like real farming, to be honest. You have times like this where you can't do anything. There's nothing you can do. Let me see. Field 25. Where's 25? Oh. 2531. Huh. Sorry if it's being a bit loud. I'm eating sunflowers or pumpkin seeds. I know it's the wrong time of season, but I just had a bit of a craving for it. Harvest field 28. Where the heck's 28 at? 23, 25. Oh, 28. 28 and 25 beside each other. 42. There's not a whole lot that you can do really besides just go through here. See, like field 14. Where's 14? Oh my god, it's raining. Like you can hear it raining outside, but it's not nearly as loud. Oh, all the harvesting missions are now useless. Can't do anything till it's done raining, even if I wanted to. See, I started in first, yeah, because I have the auto. Uh, oh, it's coming daytime. And I do have the plant growth on fast. Like here, yeah, the plants are done, but I can't harvest because it's raining. Oh, and rain does clean off your tractors. It doesn't do a whole lot sometimes, but it does clean it. I wish like the aerial meter would work. I mean, there's no way I did uh, that many. Come on, rain, stop. I think I can do everything but harvest in the rain. Actually, I don't think I can seed in the rain either. Doo doo. Come on, Storm, go away. What, an hour just for setup and one harvest, and I'm probably an idiot. I probably could have bought a loading wagon for cheaper. Yeah, 46,000. Than what the baler, the rake, and all that was together. Oh well. Ugh. Come on. Doo doo. Oh. Nope, still raining. Harvest field 11. Harvest field 12. 11 and 12. That's not a half bad contract to do 11 and 12. If it's still there by the time this field is done, I will go do it. Because they're $2,000 a piece, and you guys will actually get to see me harvest. Alright, you can go. Sweet. Okay, so that's done. Or he started. This is just gonna drive me nuts. We have all these little bits of stuff. Of course, because it's on his land, they won't leave, but because it's... Wait for him to get done harvesting. You know what? Sorry for the blue screen you're about to get, but I'm actually adding a second controller, because this one is getting low, I bet. Okay. And the other controller. Come here. Come here. Nope, wrong button. Fire you. Yes, it's not fire, dismiss. Yes, I know I do not have access to this land. Now I've got my steering wheel hooked up to this thing so I can harvest. It's easier, I don't know why it is, but it's easier to harvest with a smaller harvesters with a steering wheel and in the cab, for me at least. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna hire someone to do it. If I had my straw swath disabled, I would do it. But I got to thinking, I'm actually better off. And what a straw swath is actually this. It's this. Is at the end in first person. I don't really know when these are done. How much money would I make? Okay, so that's 16. So that's 40. I could actually... Okay, I'm gonna do that. I was an idiot for buying all this. Because, like, now, I can go over here and buy this little guy, which I can pull behind the other tractor. I can still pull it behind my little tractor, but I can actually pick it up and immediately get rid of it. So while he's harvesting, and look, I now have money to use, because I was an idiot. Or money that I can use to pay off the loan. Oh, that's why... Oops. Didn't realize my time scale was still up. And now I'll just follow the harvester with the forge wagon. Because if you don't know what the forge wagon does, it just picks it up and puts it directly into the trailer. I think you make a little bit less, but it's a cheaper way of doing it. And in reality, it's quicker. I hate to admit it, but it's quicker. Now you can use the windrower on that. Basically, the windrower can be used for anything to pick up or all that. But there's almost no sense for it on this little thing because I'm going to be up on the hearse very quickly. Now, yes, this isn't the tractor I'm going to be using with it, but this tractor goes around the road quicker. That's why I bought it as a trailer tractor. It transports easier. Like on one of my previous servers, one of them I didn't record. I had this tractor, and I actually have the trailer still in here. It's a little flat deck, a little like flat deck trailer, and I had a little seeder with the Fiat and a little corn planter. Well, the corn does cotton, corn, and one other thing, I forget what it does. Oh, cotton, corn, and soybean, if I remember right. Well, I would take, because planting corn was a fairly good price, I would take it up with the little Fiat, or take it up with this tractor as a trailer puller, because it didn't have the horsepower, but the little Fiat did. Or no, this didn't have the weight. The Fiat is heavier than this on the front end. Yeah, that's so unrealistic, whatever the heck word I'm trying to pronounce. Boing, boing, boing. And I think this thing will actually hold just as much as that field is. And this is supposed to be I'm an idiot. I turned the machine on but didn't lower it. I must have turned my HUD off. Must have. Oops. Oh well. Because like this, I would have realized probably when it... Now I'm gathering. The only reason I want to put hours on the little tractor rather than my big one is because my big one will probably eventually work in the field on something. And just the little one is easy, it will be replaced before the big one is. That's primarily why I want to put as much on the little guy as possible. Now I'm actually using my steering wheel setup that I have for the crew too, because it works nice for like this. For infield stuff, it works nice. And this tractor is a bit loud, and I'm sorry about that, but. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Yeah, he has an 80% full grain tank. No, like I said, so basically all that is, I'm actually getting more and more modest stuff in. because the forge wagon is modded, and the only reason I grabbed the modded one over a non-modded one is horsepower. This little guy can run this one fairly easy without any struggle, where the other one would have needed the bigger tractor. I might have to make a run down to the place to sell this. Now there are bigger ones, yes, of course, but I will do oilseed this time, and then you guys can see what oilseed does. How badly did I screw up there? Evidently not very bad, since I didn't miss anything. You guys can see what oilseed is, or how it works. He's nearly full. I'm gonna try and squeeze past him a bit. Why do I have the feeling I hit him? He didn't. You shut the tractor down. Now, most likely, eventually, the little tractor will get sold and a new one will come to replace it, but that's just how it goes. And like I said before, you can switch the tires on these. I didn't, just because there's no sense in me switching the tires on this machine when it's going to be a field tractor. So this can just sit in the field for right now. Alright, let's go empty. See, when you get it to, like, where it wants to sit, it does become a bit quieter. So, yeah, we'll do oilseed this time on the field, and you guys can see the difference. It's going to be a little bit more runs with this tractor down to the farm down here to sell us stuff. But to be honest, it's worth it. I should have calculated if it was 4,000 a bale, and it was more than 8 bales, 4 times 8. Be 32. So 30. that was unfertilized. And your tires do actually become cleaner if you're not driving on dirt or off-road or something like that. Like in the field, the tires become extremely dirty, but on the road they don't. Okay, what's going on here? You have joking me. Was it because this is a modded trailer that is glitching out? Yeah, okay. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna lose all the straw out of that trailer. We'll just sell that trailer and buy one that the big tractor actually has to run. Because it's glitched out for some dumb reason. Yeah, that kind of annoys me. That's why sometimes bales are better, is because that's the loading spots are kind of glitchy sometimes. You know what? We're just gonna take the little guy over to get the big trailer. If I can transport it with this little guy, to be honest. I mean, eventually the little guy will get replaced, and actually I have tempted to stop doing wheat and just do soy. Because soy supplies a lot more money. This requires, what, 90 horsepower? Yeah, it'll move it. I'm sure she won't operate very quickly if I operated it with this one. If this doesn't work, what I'm going to end up doing is just switch over to soy. Just do soybeans. Because I'm actually doing wheat just for the fact that I can run forage wagon. So, I would love to keep using this thing on this trailer, but... And another thing, the soy just is so basic. Or so kind of draining, sorta. Because it's constantly, you're harvesting, seeding, delivering. Harvesting, seeding, delivering. I'm amazed this little tractor will pull this thing, to be honest. I am. This little guy might get swapped. Is probably gonna get swapped over to the trailer. But we're doing oil seed after this, no matter what, so it'll give me some time to figure out. I'm hoping this little guy will run this thing. It runs it quite fine. I'm amazed. Eventually, we'll see if it'll sell this quite easily. Because I wonder, the only reason I'm wanting to do this one is because if it's, I'm wondering if it's the mod that's having issues. It's not reading it correctly. And you're probably wondering why I keep skipping the strip every time I go down there. That is because I can't turn this thing really sharp enough to do that. So I can just turn this wider down here and actually be able to get the strip right next to it. I mean, there's a good chance you'll see some harvesting already. Okay, up and over. .80% full grain tank. This is, yeah, like I said, it's just repetitive. Ah. 95%, 5 more percent. And he's probably gonna stop here soon because he is full on green tank. Okay. button, not this button. Ugh. And if you're wondering what steering wheel, this is a Logitech G29. You can actually run a lot simpler. I bought this one primarily for the Crew 2, so I can actually have a manual gear shifter, but it does not work. In reality, you can get away with 2 pedals easily, very easily in this game. Two pedals and a steering wheel is pretty much all you need to do what I've been doing, or what I'm doing now. Alright, let's head down and see if we can sell this stuff. If not, like I said, we're going to soybeans. Because that harvester will do soy. And if so, we'll stick with wheat. I wish there was a machine that you could buy. If anyone out there is watching this and is a modder for this game, or like a game creator even, a machine that you can buy that you'll empty straw something into and it turns it into a bale. It's not you. That is like cheaper than a baler. Because if that would exist, it would be so nice. I'm sure there's actual things out there that turn from this into baler, or like a that and a pickup machine that goes off the rear end that has a trailer it can connect. Because right now all you can do for a pickup machine is the big forage harvesters with a pickup header, which is kind of expensive to be honest. So it's... Oh, not the button I meant to press. So it's this. Okay, so we're gonna swap over to soybeans. I probably lost so much money from doing that, but nothing much I can do about it now. So we will swap over to doing soybeans. Which means that this thing will never leave the seeder. And another thing, if you guys want to see like me do the planting and stuff, just leave a comment and I will try and fulfill that. I will admit right now that I cannot plant for crap. Barley, canola, oat, canola, soybeans, oilseed. We will see how this guy does here now. Well, I'm going to take over this. Nope, wrong button. Because there's no sense in paying for 2 workers to go right now. Ugh. Oh, and another thing, if there's a game creator or someone that knows how to contact a game creator for this, can you set like on it's the wrench, the green wrench bar? Can you put like a second one there that says for like attachment, whatever attachment you're hovered over? Because it's so annoying having to go in, because your attachment most of the time wears out before the machine does. Can you like show the attachment's health? Or have that bar split where it's attachment, not attachment. Yeah. This thing does not turn at all. Now I'm going back and forth. I might record the second episode tonight, or stream the second episode tonight, or I might wait. I don't know. I'm going back and forth. I know I don't own this land, but I gotta make this turn. With him planting oilseed, I'll produce my fertilizer over 100%, or at 100%. And so we'll get actually quite a bit of soybean out of this field. Sorry for the not talking, just this is what it is. This is just what it is. Just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, the nice thing is, yeah, it is a smaller combine, so I can always go up in size or buy a second one and run two at the same time. Have my hired help do one and me run the other, or I can always just sell it and buy a bigger one. Which is always the nice thing, is this game does do fairly good. Oh, please don't block him for this pass. Alright, well, next pass you're gonna need moved. Doesn't seem to be missing any now. It's amazing what would happen when you just move the, like... Sorry, buddy, I'm coming your way a bit. You're probably gonna say blocked. I guess not. I guess I moved quick enough. No, I'm not gonna need you for a little bit. No, it's kind of sad to just leave all that there. Okay, well, let's go deliver the wheat. Okay, where's the best price for wheat? 401 at the port. Okay. And that's going down, but I'm not. This last load of wheat that I'm doing for this, because I can't, unless I do bales, which I really don't. Yeah. That would be a nice setup. I'm thinking in my head. There's trucks you can buy that's called an IT runner truck. And you can put like a grain container on it. If I could put a hitch on the back of that, it would be a nice setup to haul the combine on a little trailer behind it. But it would be so... It's like, here, this is corn. So, it'd be costly, because those run extremely expensive. But yeah, that is corn right there. know what that is. I want to say it looks kind of like soybeans or something. Alright, are there any contracts out? Field 11. Field 11's still out, so we can go to 11. 11, 5. Okay, let's see. Load loaders. Let's see if I can do this. This is going to be so over this tractor's weight limit, but if I can, this will be great because I can do contract work. Far long distance contract work like that. And sometimes it's just nice to have that. Dude, this hill's gonna be miserable with the combine behind me. I'm partially hoping that this one won't connect to that trailer, because if I can buy the bigger trailer, it'll be easier to maneuver. Or not bigger, but it's the same size trailer, but it's a different hitch setup. This one's more of a wagon style, that one's more of a solid trailer style. Hopefully the combine will fit on this thing. Now, yes, this is costing me more money, but it'll actually help me make more in the long run. It probably looks like I can't make up my freaking mind of what I want to use, but see, they're the exact same size trailer. The only difference is right there, is they're both got two axles. One's just placed further back than the other. And they actually do take two different, I believe, hitching points, because this one will hitch to the back of the other one, but the other one won't hitch to the back of this one. But this won't hitch to the back of itself for some reason. There we go. I forgot what button to turn. But this one is so much easier to just back.
Normally I get that one connected there. Nope. Well, this is gonna be kind of miserable. Yep, looks like I gotta take two different trailers down. Or actually, wait. Or am I being an idiot? How much is that trailer gonna be? I probably should have known this before that that trailer wasn't gonna work. 28,000. That's gonna be so much weight behind this tractor. Oh well. It'll help me long run. You might be asking how this is going to help me long run. You can use these trailers for more than just moving equipment. That's the nice thing. I mean, that's the most common application for them, but this is going to be so much weight on this little tractor. That's just the nice thing, is only having to take one machine there is so nice, and it saves time on the harvester. The harvester is so expensive to repair sometimes, or do maintenance cost on. You know what, now that I think about it, this ain't gonna work either. Because it's gonna be way too heavy. Well, that backfired majorly. Well, well, well. Well, I think once this heater's done, we'll wait till the planting. The next planting. There's not gonna be a whole lot going on between here and then because of the fact that oilseed just has to grow. I'm gonna just let this. I'm technically just gonna stream this whole thing, and Helper D has completed his task. Okay, so oilseed. Oilseed, this is 50% fertilized, but it wouldn't make a difference if it was fertilized or not. Actually, it would, because it would just do 50 otherwise. We'll max this out. Come here, little international. Wage payments is $1,000. Jesus. That's oilseed, grass, wheat, barley, canola, soybeans. Now this harvester will also do soy. It'll do all of the same stuff that this little seeder will plant. So now we just gotta wait for this to pop up. Actually, 13,000 for sowing. Harvest field 10. Where's field 10? Oh no, that ain't worth it. Field. So I have 20, 19. So let's do 20. So probably 19, 16, and 15. Fertilize 16. Solid slurry or liquid slurry. Cultivator. Cultivate field 11. I could easily buy one of my modded cultivators and make buku amounts of money from cultivating. Field 9. Which might end up actually happening. Because it'll be ran by the big tractor over here. Because what's the big tractor produce horsepower wise? 150 horse. This big disc runs, what, 180? No, not that one. It's like, that's wrong. Yeah, well, 180. Eh, it won't be too bad. I mean, they're hardly worth anything. But sometimes it's nice because you can have the equipment and get use out of it. And you can get like bigger contracts or stuff. I'm trying to figure out right now is if you do the more contracts you do, is that the better price you get, or what? I don't know. Growing, growing, growing. Now, oil seed will not say ready or finished. It'll actually just continue to say growing. Boing, boing. Nothing left to do. Field 19 wouldn't be too bad of a contract to do. I left the beacon on the tractor, oh well. That's one thing I wish they would add is like realistic, like if you leave the lights on, the battery would die, so you need another tractor or something to jumpstart it. I don't know why I started it. Aha! See, now oil seed is done, but it says it says growing still. It's actually done. Now, if you're doing this normally, you would need to plow these under, but because I don't have periodic plowing required, I can just plant over them. And now it's 100% fertilized. Soybeans 100% fertilized. So that is a way you can do that. 35. 35 ain't worth that. Are there any cultivating ones still? Nope. Okay. What? So what fields do I want? 19, 16, 15. Harvest field 19, accept. Okay. Okay, and 19 is... How do you get to 19? Basically, do a Ewing. Oh, I accidentally hired a helper. $19 is just close, and that's a small field. That's one of the reasons why I don't mind driving the combines there. And then there's field 19. Okay. So these are soybeans, it appears. You don't have access to this land. Well, actually, I do. And like this, I'm using my own equipment to do, so it puts wear on my equipment, but gives me a bit bigger of a paycheck. And there's no sense in, if you have the equipment to do it, there's no sense in not doing it. But like I said, if you're missing maybe one or two pieces of equipment, depending on what piece of equipment you're missing, it can be either better to just use your own and lease it, or to rent the equipment and just use it.
This is actually the field that mine and Danger's accounts are using, or Danger, my server is using. It's this field. Come on. We're just running the small bison, whatever the heck combine you want to call it. The combine isn't bad. The only problem with it is it just doesn't hold a whole lot. So yeah. Sometimes a bigger combine is nice, but with this economic difficulty, it's not going to be within the budget for a while. We kind of want to keep as much out of the loan as possible. I mean, if you look at how I would normally play this, I'd play it on economic difficulty easy if I'm just messing around on it. I'd have a big combine, I'd have a smaller field, the only reason I'd have a bigger combine is because I could do contract work like this very quickly. Very quickly and easily. But there's no sense in it for this because I wouldn't be able to afford it, really. Lift the header up. We'll just have to start doing loops. Header down. Yeah, I know technically in IRL I'd stop at the field and do it, but this combine just doesn't turn very sharp. And you can actually see the progression. So I've got 17% of this progressed. And you do actually make money off of the contract and money off of the crop. Because if you harvest the whole thing before taking it in, you actually, I think it's over 50% of the way done. I'll show you guys this. And you can actually save some of the crop for yourself to use as like either I normally sell it. But you could use it for like animals or whatever. Like there were times that on my previous servers I'd get in chickens. Well, I wouldn't do wheat because wheat just wasn't worth it. Here I tried doing wheat because I hadn't done it for a while and I figured I'd want to, but like I wouldn't strictly do wheat just for chickens because you couldn't have enough chickens to use the amount of wheat to do it or to make enough money. So I would always do contracts, and there'd be times I'd get a wheat contract. Well, I get 3,000 whatever liters from the contract that's mine to use where on what I want. I'd go and put it in storage and use it for the chickens. That was just how I did it. It was a very efficient and effective way because I got money both ends. Now, chickens are a very good way to make money, but they're not very they're very long term. And if you're doing it, there's a mod in, at least on PlayStation, that's called the, I think, Egg Basket or something. And it holds like 2,600 eggs. And it really is worth it. I just wish someone would do like a little trailer, so build like a trailer that would take the eggs and load it into a trailer rather than into like a pallet, because I'm no good with pallets. Bales I'm fine with, pallets not so well. That's just my issue though with it. I mean, you could love to reuse pallets rather than a trailer, but I'm better with a trailer than I am with a pallet. Unfortunately, because this game just doesn't have the pallet physics it needs. It has so much lag or issues with them that you put a pallet fork in it and it goes through the bottom of it and now you can't get it off. Just has so much issues with it. Ugh. Now I'm actually leaving the harvester running, I'm just picking up the header to move a bit quicker down the field. I normally don't like combining at night, but at this time it's not too bad. Just when it's getting like pitch dark, does it just become a pain? And you might be saying, well, you're not getting a full harvest with your header. Yeah, but I'm purposely doing that because I don't harvest the straightest. So yeah, that's just how I'm doing this. And hopefully by the time we're done with this field, he will be done planting soybean. Sorry about that, I had to step away for a quick sec. No, hold on. Coming back up a bit. I had to step away for a quick sec to answer a question and stuff. But yeah. From the looks of it, he'll be done with that field before I'm done with this one, so. Which is all in all good, because this will actually pay for like the hired help and everything. That's what I like about these contracts is you can do them with hired help. Like there are times I've done the bigger fields and I've used both my my own equipment and the borrowed equipment, and I've had a hired help doing it. Doing one combine, I'll do the other, or I'll have them both running the same, and I'll just be running back and forth with the trailer. It's just ways you can do it. And I purposely haven't got the trailer yet because I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm kind of hoping that I can get all of this field into the combine's grain tank. Because if I can do that, I can just head down to my field, put it into the trailer, and then take it from there. So yeah, I will pretty much show you guys. You guys have already seen it, but I'll probably do some off-camera stuff on this, trying to make some money. Then again, I might just go play another game or something. I mean, it's 5 o'clock for my time right now, so. Oh crap, I don't know what I'm doing. 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 I guess I'm going this way. I spun around, tried to do a pass backwards. Pretty much tried to do what I'm doing now, which is go this pass. But, like I said, this thing just doesn't turn sharp enough. Oh well. Yeah, it looked like an idiot there, I bet. Wage payment, $580 some. Doo-doo. I have the feeling this isn't all gonna fit. So I'll have to bring the trailer up. It's just quicker to bring the trailer up than it would be to... I guess I could have taken the main road. That would have been quicker. Did not mean to activate help. Helper H has completed their task. So the seeder is done, I believe, or that was that guy that I tried to hire. I don't know. So far I've done, yeah, 61% of this field. I haven't delivered a single grain of soybean, or single bean of soybean to it. So it just got to the point that I'm turning too soon that there's no sense in setting the combine, pulling the header up. So close, but just not big enough.
Well, we'll finish this contract up and call it a night for a bit. I might not do the second episode tonight, actually. I don't know. I'm still going back and forth whether to do it tonight or tomorrow. If I do it tonight, it'll be by myself, most likely. If I do it tomorrow, it'll probably have Danger in it. And then he will probably be doing the trailer and I'll be doing the combining. Or vice versa. Flip this guy around. Let him just sit there and idle. Grab this guy. Cedar's done, which is nice. Yeah, this should have been the way I took the combine, right up and over. It's just... Oh, I held the brake. And actually, I'll show you, I think. We hit the window into the crane window. Now back to combining. 4 passes left, 4 or 5 passes. Maybe more actually. Actually, it's this left. Ugh. I can always just cut the ends off. Just go through and cut the ends. Yeah, sorry for being quiet, it's just, it's getting kind of late for me. Now we'll just go straight. That's the thing is, combining, it just gets repetitive. But hey, there's not a whole lot you can do. This is, my line's not lining up correctly, that's why, like I said, I'm not a very good combining person. Really wide, and then cut it really sharp. And then do the last pass. Let's see, yeah, 83%, and I haven't even finished the field, done, or delivered anything. This is basically what we'll be harvesting, or what I will be harvesting in our field. How far off am I from them? Oh, I didn't open the spout. Like, I didn't think I was that far off. Take the combine up real quick and then come back down, get the trailer, or get traction trailer, deliver that, call it a night. I heard this was a fairly good stream. I need to go through on my YouTube channel, change some stuff up, add it into this series, or put this in the series. Alright, where am I taking this? To the ranch. Okay, that's not too far. Yeah, 6,781. 84% done, and I haven't delivered anything. I'm gonna get like 1,000 for doing the contract, and then I'm gonna get a couple thousand for the soy, probably. I think I've never done it really. I've never done soybean actually. I've done a couple hard servers, but I've always just done wheat, barley, and canola. I guess I did corn the one time. That didn't go very well. But I've never done really soy, so I don't know what prices are going to be. So yeah. Trailer going up. Contract finished. So you got 1,000 from that, and I got 1,000 from the contract. Hmm. Auger wagons. If I remember right, there's one in here that does, yeah, seed. Oh, I guess all of these do seed. Yep, all of them do seed. 20,000 for that one. 21 for that one. Well, I guess I could buy a little cheap guy. Okay, well, I will see all you guys in the next video. Whether or not stuff happens, I don't know. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.